Hi Greg, this is the idea. The main idea here is to split the 610 panel by cutting off a 60mm strip on the front, and then these panels here end up with 550. The advantage of cutting the 60mm off is you don't have to cut notches out of the bottom of these panels when they're 610. All you have to do is make the 60mm strip with the 95mm gap already at the bottom, so it's just 95mm shorter. And the other thing what we've done there was just to, on the lining, was to take a notch out here on that lining, so that sets back 22mm, say, so your 18mm plinth will set back 4mm, and then it's all screwed together like normal, so it all comes pre-made up together. So these 60mm strips can be fixed to the frame prior to going out of the factory, and you can fit them on each side or where required. So the fitter comes on into site, he quickly checks these walls, and then he sets up his first panel and he scribes it back to the wall and makes it near enough vertical at the front. It doesn't have to be exact, so he just cuts his panel in, spaces out the width of the frame, which in this case is 1200, fixes the next one, and so forth out to the end. So now we've got 3 panels are scraped to the wall. So say the wall is curving here, this panel would end up being, say, 530, that one's 540, and then goes back into 530. So this one here sticking out 10mm, and it don't matter that they don't line up, because we're going to take out that difference with these adjustable frames. So we get our frame and we plug it into place. Actually, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to take it up from the bottom here. So we get our frame and we plug it into place. Boom. Going to be there, but and let's bring it forward a bit. So I think it's about there. So that's in place, and then we do the same to the second frame. Just pick it up there, stick it there roughly, line it up, and that's our second frame fitted. So what you do then is you find the point from the wall that comes out the furthest. Say this panel ends up sticking out 500, and these are set back a bit. Well, that's the furthest one out, so you would plumb this one first, these 2 center rails, and then put on a straight edge or a string line or whatever, and then just adjust these frames out accordingly. And that end up having a gap there where this panel was cut 10mm back into the wall, so that 10mm is showing there. So everything then on the front of these frames all line up perfectly the whole way through, and it doesn't matter if the wall's out an inch at the top down to nothing at the bottom, it can be taken out on this, can be recovered again by this adjustable frame. So they have three big advantages here. Is that you don't have you save material costs, because you've got 3 narrower panels and you can use up lots of little strips. You can have the adjustment. There's no need to notch out the panels either, along with the frames. It's just you just have to cut them 95mm shorter, and then you can edge the bottom edge of these as well. So that's that advantage. So I keep pronouncing there. And the other advantage is, by doing it this way, you can run through your plinths right through the bottom and right through your cornice or scribe panel right through. So let's stick that in there and let's have a look at it. So there's our, let's just stick it there, it's a bit closer. And get back to there. There's it, that's your finished look. I've moved that frame forward, I'm just going to move it back just for a visual here. Now, so let's move that bottom rail back a wee bit. Or is it my, that's my angle. So I need to move that back a wee bit more. So it sits back underneath, that's nearly flush. There we go. So that you see, nice. You got a nice look right through up to the wall, and you just cut it. Same with the pelmet. Stick on the pelmet and see if any problems arise. So I'm just going to stick it on here for now. And I'm going to bring it out to the front here. And there you have your pelmet running right through. Bring it out to the front. I guess we just put it there, something like that. So you got a nice look running right through the top. Oh, it's just sitting up off there, but that's another room there. Like so. So it runs right on over to the wall. The reason why these panels are 50mm look a bit taller here is that they get, that's the piece that we add on for just scribing, so it'll be cut off on site. I've just kept it on there for the Excel sheet to send about 50mm longer than the overall height of the room. So there we have that so far. Let's switch on the doors and just have a little look at it. Switch on the doors. There we go. So now we have this scenario like that, which looks all nice, clean finish, easy to fit, full adjustability, and then the only thing we have to resolve then is the scribe filler over this end, and that can be done a couple of ways to do that. You can just set a panel in like so, if I click that, like so. Just a bit of colour. The panel can go from there to there, and that can go to the floor, like so. Oops. Okay. And then you get that sort of look like that. You get a little check on there because we set it back further than 18, so that'll look okay. Or you can make it flush there if you wanted to. Again, you could stop this back that way and run that on up like that, and finish that flush with that. That's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is to take this little 60mm strip off this side. I'm just going to delete that, and then move these here 18mm that way, and that will be the other way of finishing it. So you've got less of a scribe on the ends, but either way I don't think it, that can be left up to the fitter We don't have to make a decision on that. They could just say you could fit it whatever way you like. You know, if you need to make up, if you need to gain the extra, you say you go on site to fit and then you find out you're a bit tight, you could leave the filler off, the 60mm, and if you've got plenty of room, then you can put it on. So just leave it open to whatever way the fitter wants to do it. Just give them both options. That's it, that's the video. Tell me what you think and what ways to go forward.